is day 13, night time. It is a Monday, I think November, is it 5th or 4th? The day before the election. So tomorrow's the election, and it's going to be interesting, but I haven't voted, and I think I'm going to vote, like, in the morning, but I don't know. I know it's important. I guess people say it's important. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. Especially as a Christian, I don't know how I feel about voting. Something that I've been wrestling about probably the last year or two. But it's not what you're here for. Day 13 was good. Yeah, it was good. I think it was one of those. Now that I think about it, today was really good. I think in comparison to last few days, I think since day 9, day 8 till day 12 were kind of, man, there was moments in there where it was kind of rough, from a mental perspective. But, good Monday. Had a client say yes to one of my proposals, 2 of my proposals actually. So that was good. I had to sit through the whatever team meeting on Mondays. Such a waste of time, in my opinion. And then got some work done, but also just kind of like did a reset. Got some of work done, but also got some of the things that I have been working on for myself done. Did some marketing videos. I hit my shakes, 4 of them. I still have my 5th shake to do because on Monday nights I take classes. I'm learning how to dance, learning salsa on Monday nights. So I leave my last shake for whenever I get home, which is usually around 9:30 to 9:45. So I'm gonna have my last shake. And man, I am regretting so bad buying those Premier Protein caramel. I don't know what I was thinking, because I don't like caramel. I don't like it. I don't know why. I've never been a person that's been like, oh, that caramel coffee or that caramel creamer or caramel, like literally a Milky Way is disgusting to me. I like Snickers and I like Twix, but that's because there's only a little bit of caramel. It's mostly cookie and chocolate. You know what I mean? And I think I said in my other video, there's a Mexican way of making caramel. It's dulce de leche. I like that. To me, that's so much different than like American caramel. And those Premier Protein drinks, man, it's nasty to me. Like, I rarely say things are nasty, but that's nasty to me. And so I almost think it's a blessing in disguise, right? Because whenever it's time to get my shake and I, have to get my caramel one, I kind of try to down it as fast as possible, and I just want to get over with. You know what I mean? And it fills me up. Those shakes fill me up. So kind of like a bittersweet thing on getting this caramel. I probably won't get them again after I'm done with this box. So a couple weeks from now, I'll probably switch back to chocolate. My original plan was to go to Sam's instead of getting it delivered and try one of the other flavors like peanut butter or cookies and cream. But they don't have those at the Sam's. You have to get them on delivery only or shipping. One of those. So I didn't want to risk it and not have them on time. So that's why I didn't order them. I decided to look for them. But yeah, never gonna happen again. But I got 1 pack of caramel Premier Protein, then 1 pack of the cafe latte Premier Proteins. So those are my saving grace. And of course, Fairlife is the GOAT. I start my day with that, and I end my day with that shake. It's 2 per day. Those are just goated. So, but I feel good. I feel good. I think something that's very important for you to, whenever you're on a journey, whether it's kind of, you're trying to weight gain so that you can look more full, like you're trying to weight gain so that you can, whenever you go to the gym, you're bulking up so that you can be more muscular, and you want to hit a specific weight because maybe you feel like you're too lean or too skinny. Or the opposite, when you're cutting weight because you feel like you're way too much, or you have too much fat, or you're just trying to get shredded, like really lean. What's important to note is that the scale is going to move, but what's really going to be noticeable is how your body feels and looks. Your body is really recompositing, reconfiguring. You're going to notice it in your clothes. Like, maybe you only lost in the first 2 weeks, 5 to 8 pounds, right? Which is a more normal way of losing weight. I'm losing weight currently at a rate of like 10 to 11 pounds a week. But that's because my diet is so drastic. Tomorrow I have a weigh-in and I'm expecting to be down at least another 10, to be honest. If I'm not, I'll be pretty disappointed. But I'll be disappointed, but I won't be as disappointed as I thought, because I'm noticing it in my clothes. Like, my work clothes are just fitting so much better. Like, they're not tight. It's not like you can, like, my figure is more natural. You know what I mean? My chest, my back, my waist. You know what I mean? So you're gonna see that a lot more. It's like the saying, you're gonna lose inches, before you lose, pounds, kind of a thing. And it's because your body is recompositing itself. It's burning that fat, and it's kind of leveling things out. So you're gonna lose weight, but you're gonna really notice it more in how your clothes fit and how you feel in the mirror, right? So those are things to look forward to. And I know that the scale is important, and trust me, I don't believe in daily, weighing yourself, just like I don't believe that the average investor should look at their investments on the daily. You know what I mean? For me, what I've proposed to myself is that weekly on Tuesdays I do a weight check-in in the morning after I use the restroom. You know what I mean? And just one weight check per week. There's been moments, and I've said in other videos, where I wanted to cheat and weigh myself to kind of just give me that boost of, okay, yes, it's working. You know what I mean? But scientifically, logically, if you're in a deficit, you're going to lose weight. You just are. Unless you have some kind of really drastic medical condition, and those are very rare. And there's only a few of those. You know what I mean? You're going to lose weight if you're on a calorie deficit. Now, the rate at which you lose weight, can be dependent on, a few factors. The old adage is if you, are in a deficit between 500 to 1,000 calories, you're probably going to lose about a pound to a pound and a half a week. You know what I mean? Which is, like I said in another video, if you're losing a pound a week in a year, that's 52 pounds. You know what I mean? Now, if you're just slightly overweight, you hit your goal by the end of the year. You know what I mean? If you're obese like I am, it might take you, 2 years, 3 years at that rate. But but put the work in, and that time's gonna pass anyway. You know what I mean? And on the way, you're gonna, new experiences. There's so much benefit to just starting. And if you just start with a simple calorie deficit of 500 calories to 1,000 calorie deficit, you know what I mean? You'll do wonders. Now, for me, consuming close to 800 calories a day only, my calorie deficit is around, I think 3,000, just off food. So just off of food, I'm in a 3,000 calorie deficit daily. I think I might even be more than that. It's 3,000, right? But factor in that during the day, you're burning calories because your body has to use energy to move around. And even if you're the type of person where your job is not physically demanding, but you have to think a lot, and you're like, a lot of things are on your mind, your brain uses a lot of calories as well. So you're going to be losing calories. And then add to that, maybe you propose to yourself to walk or do some form of cardio for 20, 30 minutes a day. That's even going to put you in a further deficit. Now, if you do some kind of regimen for exercise, like say you're saying you're going to do some kind of high intensity intervals, or maybe strength training for 30 to 45 minutes, and then cardio for 15 to 30 minutes daily, I mean, that's gonna be, you'll probably add another 500 to 1,000 calories in the deficit. So now you're not just down, for me, and now I'm just not just down 3,000 calories, but I'll probably be down or in a deficit of 3,500 or 4,500 calories. You know what I mean? Which is gonna bring a faster rate of weight loss. It can't be denied. You know what I mean? So it's kind of trusting the process, right? The only reason why I think you would be like, oh, I need to weigh myself to see if I'm losing weight is because you're not tracking your calories. You're not tracking your macros. Right now, I'm only tracking my calories, but there's going to become a point where I'm going to track, okay, this is my calories, but I want to do only this amount of protein, this amount of carbs, this amount of fats. You know what I mean? Because, you know, at first for me, it's about losing weight, but then it's also about being healthy. And tracking your macros is a great way to indicate how your diet is, right? And it's like I've said in other videos, you can lose weight on a deficit by eating the wrong foods. You can eat McDonald's every single day and lose weight if you're in a calorie deficit. Now, your cholesterol, your blood pressure, your insulin, your glucose, all that stuff might be off of whack. You would have lost weight, and granted, by losing weight, you're also going to help yourself a little bit in those areas. Like naturally losing weight helps you with your blood pressure and your A1C and your cholesterol. All those, naturally losing weight is going to help you with that, but it's not, losing weight is not the complete answer. It's, are you having a good diet? You know what I mean? And people don't understand that you can still enjoy life on a good diet. You just have to learn. You have to do the research, and there's such great meals out there that, you know, that you probably already enjoyed regularly, but if you do it on a proportionate level and you're making sure that everything is sourced right, you know what I mean? You could lead I don't know, this is like in Spanish we say una vida frutífera, frutífero. You know what I mean? Like a very fruitful life. I sound like Christopher Walken. Fruitful life. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to those things, and I think I'm getting better day by day. I want to get to the point where I'm not really thinking about it. Like, it's not like, oh, my 12 o'clock shake, yeah, that's on the clock. 2 o'clock shake, 4 o'clock shake, 6 o'clock shake, 8 o'clock shake. You know what I mean? I'm not thinking of it as, oh, this is a meal replacement. I'm thinking about this is what I do. And you know what I mean? And it doesn't even cross my mind. God, these guys are about to race. It doesn't even cross your mind that, you know, on Wednesdays you used to get tacos, you know, after church, or tacos whenever, or that Sundays you used to go to a barbecue joint after church. I know I'm saying after church. These are the things that I used to do. Like Wednesdays, there's my favorite taco spot, has dollar tacos. I got that every single time. Now there's going to become a point in time where I can enjoy that, but I'm also going to plan it to my day, to my week. But for right now, you know what I mean? I have to find the enjoyment in the suffering. I have to find the enjoyment in the sacrifice, so that it gets to the point where it's no longer sacrifice, it's no longer suffering. It's part of my journey, and it's something I enjoy, something that allows me to get to a place where I want to be. You know what I mean? And so, honestly, I think I've become more productive because I'm not thinking about what I'm going to eat. I'm not thinking about what I'm going to have for lunch or for dinner. You know what I mean? I already know what I'm going to have. You know what I mean? The only choice I have to make is whether I'm going to drink what type of flavor of shake I'm going to drink. You know what I mean? But I already have my lunch pack, you know, packed already with my drinks for the day. You know, if I'm going to work, or I put them in the fridge if I'm at home. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to day by day it becoming more automatic, and I'm no longer thinking about what I'm missing out on, but I'm just accomplishing what I need to accomplish for that day. And the shakes and not eating solid food is just my way of life. You know what I mean? And so building up that discipline, and that kind of diligence is really what I'm looking forward to, and I think I'm getting better. Like I said, this was a really good day. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. So, I hope you guys take these videos as encouragement. Anyone who's watching, whatever it is in your life that you want to achieve or improve on, you have to make that first step, and you're gonna learn along the way. But like for me personally, I think my biggest error in life was like I didn't want to start things, or I didn't do things because it's like, but I'm not gonna know how to do it, and I'm not gonna know how to do this, and so I didn't start. Instead of just starting, and maybe I'm not starting the optimal way, but I'm gonna learn. You know what I mean? So whatever it is, whether it's academically, your career, your personal life, like a hobby, or your fitness, or your spiritual life, it's like people are afraid to pray because I don't know how to pray. But you start praying, you know what I mean? And you get better at it. You get better at learning how to communicate with God. It's the same thing, with so many other things. Once you start, you're going to get better if you're intentional about it. Now, if you start and you never give thought to what you're doing, then yeah, you're not going to get better, right? And it's going to have to take, asking for advice, or doing research, or trying different things, or putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. I'm talking about things that go beyond fitness. You know what I mean? I think that's this year and last year has been the move of me. Like, you can't be doing the same things. My dad says this, and I know it's a famous quote, but craziness is to be doing the same thing but expecting different results, right? And that doesn't talk to being consistent. It talks about being stuck in a way of doing things and expecting, and knowing that hasn't produced what you want it to produce, and expecting it to produce what you want it to produce. You know what I mean? And things take time, but one of the greatest lessons of life is that time is running. So you might as well just start now. You know what I mean? You might as well just start because time is going to run anyways. You know what I mean? So, just got home. That was day 13. Excited for day 14.